So this is question 10. Find the total distance that she swims. So she's just swimming around the shape there. So we're just going to add them all together. It's going to be 200 plus 150 plus 200 plus 150 plus 200 plus 200. And that gives us 1100 meters. Then work out so the size of the angle, so work out the area, correct, in airspace of the triangle. So it's half AB sine C. It's that formula we're using. So half, the A and B are the ones that are either side of the angle. That's the 150 and the 200. And our angle is 110. And we go straight to the calculator there. It's 14095. Tells us to use the cosine rule here. So if we just write down the formula and try fill some things in, it'll hopefully get us some marks. So we have to work out the distance from A to C. Well, the distance from A to C, I'm just going to call that X. And then the X and the 110 have to be the furthest things away from each other. So I'm going to put my X squared there, and my 110 is my angle. And everything else is going to get filled in then. So the B and the C will be the things either side of the angle. So that's the 150 and the 200. So it wasn't a bad cosine rule question. Then you can just put all of that into the calculator, and it should give us 8. So everything on the right hand side we're putting into the calculator. So 83021.2086 approximately. That's what x squared is, and then x will be square root of all that. So you'll get 288 in the end. Meters. Then hence or otherwise work out the total area of the water enclosed by the 6 markers. Well, we know this is 288 now. The shape is symmetrical, I think. So the square in the middle there is just going to be 200 multiplied by 288. Or sorry, the rectangle. And it gives us 57600. And then we got the areas of the two triangles. Well, we got the area of one of the triangles, but we know the other one has to be the same thing. So if I just do 2 times 14095, that gives us 28190. And then we just add the two of them together. And we should get 85790 in the end. Right, given it another, this is an easy question, another example of such a route that she could swim. So she could swim A, C, E, F, D, B. So it's just coming up with a different combination. Work out how many such routes are possible. So you have to start at A and finish at A, so it's only the ones in the middle that we're looking at really. So the first marker when she leaves A, there's five different options she could go to when she leaves A, and then when she's gone to that marker, there's only four left to go to, and then there's three left to go to, and then there's two left to go to, and then there's one before she goes back to A. So whatever way she does it. So it's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. So it'll be 120. And then for this one, so she's leaving A and then she's going to one of the markers. So there's five different markers she could go to once she leaves A here. And then when she goes to that marker, she's going to go to one other one before she goes back to A. So there's four other ones she could go to then that aren't A or that aren't the first one she went to. So it's just going to be 5 times 4, and that's going to give you 20.